Hey guys, welcome back to DajibanLife. And today I'm at the junkyard. Actually slept close to the junkyard here so that I can maybe find the door latch and fix the sliding door. So we're gonna do that today. And yeah, let's get to it. Hey guys, so I got the door fixed. Just replaced the latch inside of here. I did it at the junkyard. But this part of it is pretty new. On the back side, it looked like whoever owned the van after the break-in replaced this latch here. So I just kind of kept that one and just changed everything else in it, and now it works great. I can shut the door and also open it super smooth. So yeah, that's a nice little fix, because not having this door was kind of a pain in the butt because I could only access from the cab. And sorry, it's a little bit of a mess in here right now. I'm kind of still figuring things out, but yeah, so updates. I'm back here at my parents' house to pick up some stuff I need for the build. I have some sound deadening because I ran out. I actually sound deadened the rest of the left side, the driver's side here for the most part. In the back, there's some missing there, you can see. So I just need to finish that up and then start on this side. But in order to start this side, if you couldn't tell from before looking at the door, here it's dented in pretty bad. So I have some body tools, I don't know what you call it, hammers and stuff, to kind of straighten the body out a little bit before I put the sound deadening on there. So I need to pick those up. Also the sound deadener, and then what else did I need? I needed some other stuff, but I'll get that. And then so today the door's fixed. I'm going to be dealing with this mess here. I don't know what happened, but I guess the connector here, so I picked this up at the junkyard. I just cut it off. I guess fell off or ripped off or something. So I'm going to be just splicing that together. I think I can pretty much tell what wires are what, so I'll just solder those together, heat shrink them, and then plug it back in, and hopefully that'll get my my heater working fully again, because right now it only has like the high setting and everything. The other fan settings don't work. And I might try to flush out the heater core today after I fix this, and see if that changes, because the heat is not very strong when I turn it on, even when the car is at temperature. So I think these are the hoses that go into the heater core. So I might just remove maybe this side, and then this goes down here, but I think I can remove it right here. And then I have a hose barb attachment that goes to a garden hose, and then maybe just run some water through it both ways and see if that doesn't maybe loosen up some gunk in there and just get it out, which might not be good because the water will kind of drain everywhere, and this engine bay will get really messy and stuff will get wet, which I don't know if I have time for everything to dry before I need to start driving again. Leaving it overnight after doing something like that would be ideal, but yeah, I don't know, we'll see. So maybe I might not do the flush today. Let's see what else. Oh, also I got this alarm system from Viper, and so I was thinking about maybe installing this today. It looks pretty straightforward, but I don't know, I've heard these are kind of complicated to install. So I don't have power door locks or windows, so that might make it a little bit easier. But yeah, splicing into existing wires too, I don't have a splicing tool, so I might have to just cut and solder and stuff, which I'm not really wanting to do. Just splicing it in would be so much easier. There's no like Radio Shack or anything around here, Does Radio Shack even exist anymore? I don't know. So those little splicing connectors would be really useful to have. So yeah, I'll figure something out for that. That way I can get the dash panel back on, because right now it's sort of naked and it's all, because eventually I was going to go under here and do stuff. So there's no point of putting it back on. But once the alarm's installed, and then I do have a new stereo on the way. So this is getting replaced by a Bluetooth one, so I can connect my phone at least, like a cheap one. So, once that's in, and those I've done, probably like 10 stereo installs in my life, so it's really quick and easy. It'll just be, really fast, just plug and play. With the wiring harnesses, that'll be the hardest part, is just figuring the wires out for the harness. But yeah, once that's in, I can get the dash put back together, and then that won't be just sitting in my van and creating some of that mess there that you saw. And then yeah, I might take these doors off, because I do have a pair of 6x9s in my other project car that I'm not going to be using. I think they're Rockford Fosgates. So I'll replace the stock speakers with those, since I'll just be throwing those away anyway. And then maybe sound deadening the doors. But yeah, the shocks on the back have been working out really good. They're I haven't bottomed out, I don't think, that much. Maybe once that I can remember, and it wasn't that bad. So obviously it's not the perfect solution. So I've been looking around and I saw these load adjust springs, or basically coilovers. I started looking at the Japanese Dajiban sites and looking at their setups, and they basically they take their leaf springs and they still have them spring over, but they take away some leaves, or leaves I guess, and then they put in like a coilover for the shock. And so I was looking at that and I was like, I'm spring under, so obviously it's not the same setup, but the coilover seemed like a good idea. So I was like, maybe I'll do that. So I was looking around and I found some. They're called load adjusting shocks, which are basically like coilovers, but the springs are kind of like weak sauce. So I'll look into maybe getting those for maybe like a Dodge Caravan or something, because I've read on the forums of some other guys who've lowered their Dodge vans that they use Caravan shocks, and they seem to work because it's a shorter throw now. So yeah, and then in the front, I'm still thinking the 3500 springs for the Ram truck would probably be the best, but there's no 3500 trucks in the junkyards right now. They're all 2500, so I might just go for the 2500. I decided to just wait and see, to see if a 3500 would come in, and if not, then I might just pull some 2500 springs and then do the whole load adjustment coilover shock thing also on the fronts. I think I prefer not to and just do regular shocks, but maybe the coilover option in the front might be pretty good as well. So I'm not sure. It's kind of a guessing game. There's no like set kits out there for Dodge vans. I don't think anyone really lowers these except for people like me. So yeah, but it's definitely riding a little high in the front for my taste. And in the back, just compared to the back, like if this is as high as it goes, or even with the load adjusting, even if it lifts it like an inch in the back, the front will still be a little bit too high. It used to be the fender used to come right by the tire, kind of like how it is here, back here. But in the front, you can see there's like, I don't know, maybe 2 inches of space there, maybe 2.5. So I definitely want to kind of close that gap a little bit. But the problem doing that is that the bump stops are really close to the frame then. Right now, there's maybe about 3 inches of separation, if that. And I think that's a good amount, but that's why if I get stiffer springs and maybe some really heavy duty shocks, it'll keep it from bouncing off the bump stops. I'm not as concerned about the front, bottoming out in the front. but obviously it's not a good thing to have all that vibration and shock and stuff on your suspension. So yeah, we'll figure that out, you know, later. I mean, it works right now, so I'm just gonna kind of drive it as it is for a while, and wait for maybe a 3500 truck to go in the junkyards and then check those springs out. But if not, I'll probably just opt for the 2500s and the coilover shocks, because they're not that expensive. They're like 50 bucks for the front and 100 for the rear. So definitely the Bilsteins are doing their job for now, but they'll probably be replaced out at some point. So yeah, so let me fix this and see how that works, and then get the alarm in here, and yeah, that'll be it for today. Alright, so I got the connector soldered on there, all heat shrinked up, and so I should probably electrical tape it or something, but we'll plug this in and see if it changes anything. Oh, I gotta take out oh crap, I gotta take out this little there's like a connector still stuck in there, so, and some of those pins are bent, so let me straighten those, plug it in, and see what happens. Alright, it's plugged up. Gonna start the van, and I don't know, hopefully that made some kind of difference. We'll see. So we got, normally these three, sorry if it's loud, but normally these three functions don't work. It's normally just on max that it works. Let's see here. Oh, I think I heard something. I know this thing is buzzing. Let me turn the buzzing thing off. Alright. No, I don't think that it's doing anything. Oh, now it's on. So whatever that was didn't fix it. I think those control the those wires control something like the AC, but the AC works fine, even with those wires not plugged up. So I thought it was for the fan control, but nope, it's not. So whatever, I think it's fine. Wish the heater worked better, but I probably need to flush out the heater core for that to happen. Oh, actually it's kind of warmer. Not really. The van's also really cold right now, so yeah, it could be the problem. But yeah, I didn't really fix anything, but at least I don't have dangling wires anymore. Alright, I'm gonna start working on the alarm system. Alright, so I'm about ready to start working on this alarm. After looking at the wiring diagrams, I do have the service manual from Dodge. They have a wiring diagram in here. It's not very informative. So I looked up some tech sheets online and found some. But basically I'm going to be tapping in mostly here. But it is 5 o'clock right now, and it's getting kind of late. I'm going to lose light in about an hour or two. So I might save this for another day, when I can have an earlier start. Today I just was at the junkyard this morning and fixed my sliding door. So I didn't really have time, I guess, to, after doing all the research and stuff. I probably should have done that before, but I was kind of dumb and I didn't. So instead of that, I'm just gonna go pick up my head unit that came this week, and maybe wire that in tonight once I get it. So at least that'll be done, and then once I wire the alarm in, I can just button everything up. It's a bummer that the temperature control of the fan doesn't work as it's supposed to. I really thought those wires would be for that switch that I fixed, but apparently not. Or maybe they're just corroded. I mean, this van's really old. It's kind of a piece of crap, so it makes sense that it doesn't work. But whatever, high setting, I can live with that. Other than that, I guess not a whole lot got done today on the van. Mostly been sort of researching stuff and whatnot. So hopefully I'll get that head unit in tonight, and that'll be some progress. But aside from that, yeah, it's mostly just waiting on the fridge and stuff so I can start getting that going. And I did get the tools that I needed and the sound deadener, the rest of it, so I can start plastering the rest of that on here. And I want to cover the ceiling also at some point, but I think I'll probably need to buy another package or two of the sound deadener to stick up there. It's a kind of a large area. But yeah, other than that, not much else to work on today. I did find out the speakers from my CB7, the rear speakers are actually 4 inches instead of 6x9s, so I can't use those in the doors. So I'll have to order some 6x9s, or just use the stock ones, I guess. I don't know. But yeah, that's pretty much it for today. I'll maybe update the video if I end up finishing the head unit tonight. Thanks for watching, guys.